Welcome to another episode of Famitsu Check It Out. My name is Paul Smith. This is the week of June 5th, 2020, and we have a new issue of Famitsu. This is a pretty jam-packed issue. When I flipped through it last night, I noticed that this issue is filled with a lot of like user memories, user comments, stuff like that. So the strangeness of these issues is continuing on. Okay, let's check it out. We can see on the cover here that they're celebrating the 3rd year anniversary with a 26-page feature of SINoALICE. Yeah, SINoALICE. I'm not really sure what this game is. It's another one of the hugely popular gacha games that a lot of Japanese people play that I don't really have that much interest in playing on my phone. So over here we also see this game. I just looked up how to pronounce this. Here it is. Kulon Yomagakuinki. Yeah. So Kulon would be Kowloon, I think is what we call it in English. The city of like Kowloon Bay, I think, or Kowloon. In Hong Kong. I think it's Hong Kong. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like this is a pretty long running series. It started on the PlayStation 2 with a game called Tokyo Majin Gakuen Denki. Yeah. So this is the newest version of the series. It looks like it's a dungeon crawler slash like maybe adventure game or something like that. And then there's also a big feature on The Last of Us Part 2. So let's crack open this issue and we'll see it. Okay, so here's that game that I was talking about, the Kulon Yomagakuinki. Oh no, that's a different one. Oh yeah, no, that was right. Kulon. What is it? Where'd you go? Kulon Yomagakuinki. Yeah. Kulon Yomagakuinki. Yeah, so they're having a special edition over here in Japan. I don't know if this is something that will come out to the United States, but as you can see over on this page over here, there's a nice big box, art book, some kind of a CD, probably like a CD of the soundtrack or something like that, a character figure, and then the actual game. Looks like that's going for $170 American. So yeah, so here's the index. We're gonna start off right here with the weekly top 30 games. I tried to move my camera up a little bit this week, just so more of the magazine would be viewable right away. Let me know in the comments if that's helpful at all. Yeah, I wish I could. Yeah, whatever. We'll have to just deal with it. I'm just using the second camera from my phone, so yeah, there's really not much I can do to make it look any more gorgeous right now. Okay, so the weekly top 30 games. First, it looks like Animal Crossing is staying in the first position. They sold what is that, 129,000 copies just last week. Yeah, that's pretty good. So Animal Crossing is still staying very popular. The next one is Ring Fit Adventure. Yeah, last week it was also number 2. This week it stayed at number 2. So number 3 would be Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Number 4 is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 5 is Splatoon 2. I think Splatoon has come back up in the ranks because they did the revival Splatfest, and so people are more interested in it again. I hope that they continue doing these revival Splatfests. The Hitman series does that with their weekly hits or whatever. They do these challenges where you have to take a hit out on one person each week, and I think that it's only playable like one time. You have to run through the whole mission and complete the objective in just that one chance, and it's a pretty cool idea. But the thing is like, you know, people are busy and they miss out on things, and they still want to be a part of those things. So I think doing these revivals, the Splatfest revivals, is a good idea, and it also helps to, ironically enough, it helps to keep the game fresh, I believe. Yeah, they're not adding anything more to Splatoon, I believe. So, you know, I think this is probably the only Splatoon we're gonna get for another, you know, year, couple of years, 3 years, who knows. We might have another console before we get another Splatoon. So I think that people love Splatoon, and they should do everything in their power to keep people coming back. And I'll definitely say, for me, yeah, having a chance to relive a Splatfest, yeah, that really brought me back into the fold. All right, let's continue from the top 6, or number 6 is Smash Brothers. Number 7 is Brain Training. Number 8 is Minecraft. I'm still shocked every week that Minecraft is able to stay in the top 10 of physical games in Japan. You know, once you start getting out of the top 5 games, though, I mean, the sales numbers really go down week to week. And Minecraft's only sold 6,000 units. But, I mean, in a country of like Japan, where this thing has been on the top list 94 times, that's interesting that the peak position has only been number 2. I would think that at least the week it came out, or the week after it came out, it would have been up at number 1. But yeah, so it's been on here for 94 weeks. This is a new one. This is kind of interesting. I wonder why this is here. But the Dragon Quest X online MMO game. What is it? All in one package. Version 1 through 5. This is an old game. It looks like it came out. Okay, so it just came out for Switch the 14th of last month. So, okay, it would have been perfect timing for this, the sales records here. I could have sworn that game was out on Switch already. Maybe they just didn't have a package version or something. I'm not really sure, but it's always a game that I've wanted to try. I love Dragon Quest, and I would love to play MMO. It's only in Japan, so I'd have to play through it in Japanese. And I don't mind doing that. I like playing games in Japanese. I play Animal Crossing in Japanese, and I play quite a few other games in Japanese. But for a huge MMO like Dragon Quest, the thing is that like the speed of my reading is not where it needs to be. So I think I would be spending a lot more time reading than actually playing the game. But who knows? Maybe I might try it. I think it would be good to have a MMO that I could take on the road with me. I was doing that with Phantasy Star Online 2 on the Switch. They did an interesting thing over here in Japan where they made Phantasy Star Online 2 for the Switch. It's some kind of like a cloud client, and so the actual client that's sitting on your Switch is much smaller than like we'll say on the PC or anything else that it's come out on in Japan. And so yeah, it made it much more portable. I played that for, I'd say, 10 or 15, 20 hours maybe, you know, just scratch the surface. But yeah, it was nice to have an MMO that I could take around with me. The last game on the top 10 is Trials of Mana. So that's the PlayStation 4 version. And then what else do we have? Okay, so the Dragon Quest X all-in-one package version 1 through 5 is also on PlayStation 4. So maybe this is just a new packaging for it. You know, I'm not really up on my Dragon Quest Online news. Everything else hasn't really changed on the top 30 games. The Dragon Quest X is the only new addition. So looks like what is it? Animal Crossing for the 3DS has actually gone up a spot in the rankings. It's still funny that actually is on the rankings. Okay, so let's move on to the most popular games. The most anticipated games. Sorry. How should I do this? Can't really see it 100%. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Shouldn't be doing mic or camera stuff in the middle of the stream. Does that help at all? I guess that helps a little bit. Okay. So number one over here for the most anticipated game in Japan is Tales of Arise. Tales is a hugely popular series in Japan, and yeah, people are waiting for the newest game that looks like it's coming out. It just says 2020. Yeah, 2020. So there's no actual solid release date, it looks like. Number two is the new Zelda Breath of the Wild game that they're working on. Number three is Ghosts of Tsushima, and that's coming out July 17th. Next one is Bravely Default, which is just says 2020. And then number 5 is Bayonetta 3. Everything else on the list, Cyberpunk 2077 is number 6, and Last of Us 2 is number 7. Everything else on the list seems pretty normal. Number 26 is a new game, is Assassin's Creed Valkyrie, or Valhalla. So yeah, I think that was just announced last week, so I think some people are interested in that. Over here on this page, we have the top 10 rookie games. So these are all games that don't have any kind of there's no sequels. They're all original IP. So number 1 is Ushido. Number 2 is Ghosts of Tsushima. Number 3 is Cyberpunk 2077. Number 4 is Tenkyo Tensho no Sakuna Hime. I've looked this up 5 times and it never seems to stick in my brain, so I'm just giving up on actually remembering it. That's the Switch version. There looks like there's also a PS4 version that's coming. That's number 6 most popular, and then there's a game called I think it's called Genshin. It's a RPG. I think it's by a Chinese developer. Here's the something Sakuna Hime game. Looks actually really nice. These screens look pretty colorful. Let's see, who is it coming from? It's coming from Marvelous. So could be good, could be not so great. I'm really interested in this game. I've been translating an article recently with more information about this game. It's called Shoujo Jikoku no Doku Musume, and from what I've come to understand is you are a girl or a boy. You can choose the sex of your character that is taken over by like a demon, and you have to regain control of hell, and your goal is to go to heaven. And the demon, you have to work together. So in some parts of the game you'll play the demon, some parts of the game you'll play the protagonist, and you're working your way through to take over more territory so that you can get to heaven somehow. And in the background, the demon that has embodied you is actually trying to take control of your body. The story is pretty anime fare, but I think the screens look really nice. The colors and everything look really cool. So, okay, let's move on. Yeah, this is a game that I thought looked really interesting. Ninjala. It's coming out for the Nintendo Switch only. It is. It's coming from Gung Ho. So Gung Ho is probably most well known for I want to say Dragon Strike, but it's not Dragon Strike. It's the other insanely popular mobile game that was out at the same time. What is it called? They made a Mario version of it. If anybody in the chat knows, put it in. I can't think of the name of the actual game, but they're coming out with this new game. Looks vaguely like Splatoon-esque. It is a action game. I think it's like an online thing. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but it says here that it's an action game, so maybe I'm incorrect in that. And it looks here that like these screens look like it's pretty much a your standard kind of action game. So, oh no, it's got to be some kind of online thing, because actually it says here that it's a free to play game and you're going to just be paying for items. It's going to come out June 25th, so I'll be able to figure out what it is a little bit later this month. But yeah, I think it's pretty much got to be a online kind of thing. It looks pretty cool. I like these screens. It looks insanely colorful, and the character designs are really nice. I'll just need to kind of figure out a little bit more about it. The name Ninjala, I think it sounds kind of cool. We'll see. I'll read some more about this game and maybe put up an article later this week on my website. This is the main feature of the game, is SINoALICE. Like I said, I don't know anything about this game. Kind of shoujo body or design style. Here's all the table of contents, and then all the different campaigns that they're going to be running as a 3-year anniversary thing. Looks like it's on PC, Android, and iOS. What is it? It says that the maker is Poke Labo and Square Enix. So Square Enix has something to do with it. Probably just publishing it, but yeah. Looks like there's a manga and some light novels that were written about it. Yeah, here's some screens that definitely give you that kind of gotcha sense to it. More screens. Most of this stuff is all different points of the game, and then the community has written in with their own thoughts about those points. Here's some. What is this? What's your main job that you do? Okay, this says what job do you like outside of doing your main job? Like maybe this is more for like what job are you more passionate about, kind of thing. These look like poems that people have written. So, yeah, more stuff about, this is a great game. Here's some fan drawings and a fan picture. So, yeah, more fan drawings and fan picture. This one's kind of creepy. If a fan did this is pretty good. Yeah, more stuff. Yeah, some looks like Yoko Taro came and had to talk about this. So I guess Yoko Taro was, what is it? Hey, Gen Sakutokuri. So he was the creative director, and yeah, he was the creative director of this game, Yoko Taro. That's interesting. As well as Gensaku. I think that means that he came up with the original idea. That's interesting. I don't know if any of you out there had known that Yoko Taro was behind a insanely popular Japanese gacha game, but it's the first I've heard about it. So, okay, so going past that, we've got Last of Us here. This looks like they're talking about the first Last of Us. Looks like they're re-reviewing it. Somebody played through it 7 years later, after probably playing it the first time. Some screens and stuff like that, talking about the original game. Did the original game come out for PlayStation 3 and then they remade it? I think that's right. Yeah, PlayStation 3. Yeah. So yeah, it originally came out in 2013. Yeah, and then they've remade it for the PlayStation 4. So here's all the information about that. Yeah, Last of Us. I played Last of Us for, I'd say, all of maybe an hour or so, and I got to one part that just kicked my ass like 3 or 4 times, and I just put it down. And I've always meant to go back to it, but I just never have. So maybe before Last of Us 2 comes out, I can go back and maybe follow this review here. Yeah, page 49, page 41 to 40 to 49. So 10 pages basically reviewing the original Last of Us. And then this part here is going into the new game. Joel, Ellie, Tommy. We got some different character profiles, some nice screens on this page that kind of give you a look at what the game's gonna look like. The first game wasn't any kind of remaster on PlayStation 4, I believe. I think they just kind of up-res the graphics. But it's I still remember it looking pretty good. So yeah, just some little tidbits here and there about Last of Us 2, keep people interested in it. As we saw before, that it's on the most anticipated list in Japan. So yeah, Japanese gamers do seem to be interested in it, as well as Western gamers. This is all manga stuff. What do we got here? Yeah, so more surveys done about these games. Yakuza 7, Granblue Fantasy versus Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers, and then Neo 2. So Yakuza 7, I'm just playing through Yakuza 0 right now for Xbox One. It came out for Game Pass, so I've been enjoying the hell out of that. The last time I played Yakuza was on the PlayStation 2. I played the original and some of 2. I don't think I ever finished 2. And yeah, I can definitely see how they've moved the series forward. First question is about how many hours have you played? What do you think about where the game takes place? Oh, like what do you think about the what do you think about the story, I guess, of the game? Yeah. Right, something like that. What do you think about the DLC? Or did you buy the DLC? Yeah, yeah. Did you buy the DLC? 75% did buy it. Were you satisfied with the main story? What else? What character do you like? Yeah. Yeah, tons of questions, tons of comments. Yeah, wow. Like I said before, like yeah, there seems to be like a lot of fluff to the magazine recently, so I'm not sure what that might have to do with, but yeah, somewhat concerning to me. Granblue Fantasy versus, how many hours have you played? I mean, this game has only been out for, where is it? The PC version came out, what is it? February 6th. So people have played hundreds of hours of it. How well did you understand the gameplay? Have you played any of the Granblue before? Did you play online? What is your rank online? So, yeah, and then lots of other stuff. Yeah, kind of fluffy. So, Persona 5 Scramble, tons of questions here. I'm sure that game is insanely popular. I know a bunch of people playing it right now. Yeah, questions. Neo, tons of questions. 50 hours, lots of people playing that game for a long time. That should come as no surprise. Awesome character designs. Which boss do you like the best? Yeah. Here's an update on Animal Crossing. Looks like they're gonna have a rainy season. So yeah, I need to get back into that. I've kind of put that game down for a month or more. Yeah, I haven't really been playing that much. They're talking about all the new characters that are coming, what their birthdays are. So if you're interested in that, there's that information. Here's people's thoughts on the game. A lot of these people are quote-unquote famous. Synaptic Drive, we talked about this one, or we saw this one a little bit last week. It is a action game coming to PC and Switch. SINoALICE Games. Not sure if that's Chinese or Korean. It's just a normal, $40-$50 product. They're going a little bit more into the type of game it is. Looks like these are different game modes. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like almost like a arena battler, kind of. So, not really sure what that is. What else do we have here? More information about games coming out. Reader letters. Some goods that you can buy. This week's indie game, indie game that they're looking at is Nimbatus, the Space Drone Collector. Never heard of this, but looks pretty interesting for an indie game. I don't mean that to sound derogatory, but yeah, the colors look really nice. I like the art style. Stray Fawn Studio Whisper Games. I'm not really sure what they've done before, but yeah, I like this. I'm gonna have to go out and see, check out a video of it and see what the game is really about. Of course, I could read the article too, but here's the feature for the Kulon Yomagakuinki. I think that's what it was. So this game is from Arc System Works. I don't know about you, but I usually think of Arc System Works as fighting game developer. So it's kind of interesting to see that they're making some kind of like an adventure game. Yeah, it says here that the genre is adventure RPG. It's a normal $60 product. It's only coming to the Switch. Yeah, if you look at these games, it makes me think that this is like an old school like dungeon crawler. Maybe even a little bit like Etrian Odyssey or something like that. It looks like you're definitely in the first person perspective, and you're going to be traveling along. The weapons look very modern. I think the story is probably very modern. Here's a profile of like characters that you're going to come into. Yeah, the art looks nice. Yeah, it just looks like it's probably going to be pretty difficult, and I would assume that it's going to be a shitload of story, so it's probably not something that I would dive into with my Japanese ability. I think it would just... I don't really have any love for the series. I've never even heard of the series. I am not the biggest fan of those games, and so the amount of time that I would have to put into reading and trying to understand the story versus my desire to actually play it is not the Venn diagram doesn't work. Over here we have eBaseball Power Pro Baseball 2020. That is such a stupid name. For PlayStation 4 and Switch. Comes out first part of July 9th. So if you're a Power Pro fan, you probably might buy this. I don't know. Are there not licensed teams? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I thought they generally did licensed teams in Japan. It looks like they have a license here for Samurai Japan. And the OB clubs, the old boy clubs. Okay. So, yeah, Power Pro is cool. I've played Power Pro before. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but what else? We have some ice creams and snacks and stuff. We'll get back to that. Always like to end the show with snacks. Here's the cross reviews. Jet Lancer. AO Tennis 2. Unreal Life. Carnival Cooking. Yeah. So, yeah, none of these games are exactly great. Like, I've only been doing this for a few months now, and I bought Famitsu off and on before that. I was never, a weekly Famitsuer until just recently, and so I don't know at what point they moved the cross reviews online, but the cross reviews that are in the magazine are usually pretty lame. I think most of the stuff that you actually want to see is all going to be online. Okay, here's all the information about the games that are coming out soon. Let's just pick out a few here. Minecraft Dungeons already came out. I want to play that. Arcade Archives Crazy Climber 2. Time Spinner. Xenoblade Definitive Edition. I want to get that really bad, but I just cannot justify buying a game that I've already bought. So over here we have Burnout Paradise Remastered. The only thing I can think of is that it's finally been translated into Japanese. Oh, it's coming to the Switch. That's why. Maybe there was never a Switch version before. Okay. What else? Yeah, Zumba. I don't think anybody gives a shit about Zumba. Last of Us is coming out on the 19th of this month. I didn't realize that was so soon. They're doing Bit Summit at the end of the month. It's going to be online. This is the online schedule for all the stuff that they're doing. Yeah, pretty good schedule here. TennoCon, GDC, Ubisoft Forward, Bit Summit, EA Play Live, Steam Game Festival Summer Edition. I didn't even know Steam had a festival. So, yeah. Good. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now let's go back to snacks and talk about what's new this week in snacks. I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit, so mind the jolt. Okay, there you go. I think that's good. Okay, here we are. Now we're all up close and tidy, close and comfortable. What did I do to my camera to fuck that up? Okay, sorry for the camera change. That's better. Okay. So yeah, this is the week snacks. What do we got here? We have a souffle pancake. I don't think that makes any sense, but that's at Lawson. Yeah, souffle pancake. Over here at Mini Stop, I love Mini Stop because you can get soft serve ice cream from a convenience store. And it looks like they have a really good one right now. Crown Melon. Shizuoka Crown Melon. Must be a special kind of melon from Shizuoka. I don't know. So this one here is Charito roll. I'm not sure what Charlotte roll is, but it's a creme brulee roll cake. Sounds pretty good. Over here we have Donto bacon bento. What is the don? Not really sure. Down here we have a garlic sauce grilled chicken bento. Over here looks like we have pasta and tomato gazpacho from Lawson. Down here there's a pork salad, cold pork salad. We have 3 different new types of ramen. Sugimoto must be a popular chain or something like that. Shio ramen, so salt ramen. Over here, looks like a wonton soy sauce ramen. Over here, what is this? Hakata. Ooh, that sounds good. Okay, so it's Hakata barikata. I'm not sure what barikata is, but it's a spicy takana and spicy takana tonkotsu. Takana is I think what we would call mustard greens. The spicy mustard greens are really good. And then yeah, it's gonna have a pork base. And then over here we have these they're kind of like cottage fries with salt and lemon flavor. And then down here at the bottom, seaweed and soy sauce flavored potato chips. And then the last thing down here, okay, these are called mental balance chocolates, salt flavored chocolates. So what they're saying is that this chocolate will relieve you of stress, I think. Yeah, it's just milk chocolate with a little bit of salt taste. So those are the snacks this week. I definitely will be partaking in that melon ice cream that they have there. So that's this week's issue of Famitsu. Yeah, as I said before, it's kind of strange that they're doing so many surveys of the people, just like the last 2 issues had tons of information about all of the games coming till the end of the year. It seems like a lot of wasted space to me, but I'm also not a magazine publisher in Japan, so I don't really know what people want. Yeah, there's a lot of games to be looking forward to in this issue. Yeah, keep playing games. Right now I'm playing Yakuza Zero, as well as I've been playing Fire Emblem Fates on my 3DS. Like I said, I haven't really turned on my Switch in a little bit. And yeah, that's basically all I've been playing. So that's going to be it for my episode of Famitsu Check It Out. We went about 45 minutes today. That's right in the wheelhouse of where I want to be going, between 30 minutes and an hour. So we got right in the middle. Next week we'll be back with another issue and another episode of Famitsu Check It Out. Please follow me on social media. You can follow me looking for OWR Games. You can find that on Twitter, OWR Games. You can go to my personal Twitter, which is SOPACHUCO13, SOPachuco13. You can check out my YouTube channel, OWR Games. On Twitch, it's OWR Games. On Mixer, it's SOPACHUCO13. Mixer is my main account, and it kind of sucks that I don't use it under my OWR Games. Maybe I should look into switching that over. On Facebook, you can go to my page, OWR Games, one word review games, and follow me there. Like all my stuff, follow me. Keep me interested in keeping going. I think I've been pretty good about continuing this on. I want to keep on, doing this every week. Last week, with kind of everything going on, I just wasn't in the right mental space to keep things on schedule. But this week, I did my episode perfectly right at the time that I want to be doing this. I want to be live in America at 7 p.m. So yeah, I would like you to be able to catch me every 7 p.m. on Fridays in America. Or if you're living in Japan, then it's about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So that's right where I want to be. And then I want to have the archive up probably later today, maybe early tomorrow, something like that. So okay, well, that's my episode. Catch me again next week for Famitsu Check It Out. My name's Paul Smith. See you later.